Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, May 13th. Skipped yesterday. After work, did D&D with my buddies, or character creation at least. But we recorded it, another episode, for the observatory. Great. And that means we're starting on that Wizards campaign. Fun. Today, after work, Beth and I have been working on making Cillantro Soup, which is our super green sheet pan soup that we have modified to no end because the original soup was not great. It was bad.
But it has such good veggies in it.
Yeah, good veggies, so we kept working on it. We've modified it. So
we're
working on dinner. Fun things as far as crowdfunders. Yesterday, Mighty Cook Games launched their Invisible Sun Indigo campaign, which I've been seeing for a bit, and I was like, ooh, what's that? Well, as it turns out, it's a more budget-friendly version of getting into Invisible Sun without getting the black cube. I already have the black cube, so I'm like, oh, well, I guess I don't need this. But it's the rules for the game without some of the bells and whistles so that you could play it for cheaper. Today, I was looking at a couple of crowdfunders that launched. World's Largest Dungeon, which was an old 3rd edition giant dungeon module, is being redone for 5th edition. The base entry point for anything physical is $300. I'm just gonna skip it. But it was one I was looking at, it was fun until I'm like, okay, that's a lot. But also when I'm not skipping and going all in for is Outgunned Superheroes, which is like a action-y, superhero-y game. I have looked at their Outgunned game that is, you know, do action movies, and then their Outgunned adventure game, which is do movies like The Mummy and Indiana Jones. I was like, I was really excited for that. But when that crowdfunded, it just couldn't fit it in the budget. Now they're doing superheroes, so I'm getting all the stuff, and finally gonna get that system. But Beth's over here looking at movies. We didn't do a movie day last week. Did you want to do a movie day this week?
Yeah, we was going to do a movie day this week.
Did you decide on what movie?
No, I have questions for you.
Okay, so we're going to have to decide on what movie and also continue cooking because our alarm's going off.
Yeah.
And so we did the sheet pan of vegetables and added everything in, and now we're just letting things cook a little bit.
A little bit before we immersion blend.
And Beth has decided for her pick for movie day that we're going to watch Tangled, which is Rapunzel. I know it's Rapunzel.
Good job.
I've never seen Tangled.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great. Apparently it's great. I know. She probably spends the entire movie stuck up in a tower, and this Finn guy must climb up her hair to, you know, be like, oh, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Like, I just know Rapunzel a little bit.
We'll see.
We'll see?
We'll see.
Okay.
Remember, this is Tangled.
Yeah? Does her hair get tangled up? Well, that's really bad with that long of hair. But yeah, so we's gonna get our soup ready. Are we making some like crusty bread?
Yes, I need to cut crusty bread, make crusty bread, use right.
Yeah, so he's got soup and bread, and we're gonna watch Tangled.
Tangled?
And I would give Tangled 7.2 out of 10 from the back of the box. Disney presents a new twist on one of the most hilarious and hair-raising tales ever told. Your whole family will get tangled up in the fun, excitement, and adventure of this magical motion picture. When the kingdom's most wanted and most charming bandit, Flynn Rider, hides in a mysterious tower, the last thing he expects to find is Rapunzel, a spirited teen with an unlikely superpower. 70 feet of magical golden hair. That probably would be the last thing you'd expect to find. Anyways, together, the unlikely duo set off on a fantastic journey filled with surprising heroes, laughter, and suspense. Let your hair down and get ready to cheer for Tangled! Bursting with never-before-seen bonus features. It's even more enchanting on Blu-ray High Def. It's cute.
I just like it. It's a good movie.
It's cute. It is Was it the first time that Disney did the 3D animation?
It might have been.
It's
I don't know.
rough.
I don't keep track of that.
As far as like the animation quality of the 3D animation, it's rough.
I didn't notice that. I think it's great.
Some scenes are, but yeah, no. So there was definitely some weirdness in some of the animation, a lot of stress from her running around outside of her tower with her hair just trailing behind her.
She held it a lot.
So much stress. So much stress. The world.
Magic hair.
It is magic hair. The world didn't incredibly seem to take itself seriously. The Snuggly Duckling major plot point. I mean, when they introduced it, they held it through, but it definitely felt like this is only here to entertain children.
It's cute and silly and like
Very silly.
And very hidden. You're never gonna suspect that thieves and murderers are gonna be hanging out at the Snuggly Duckling. You never suspect such a thing.
I mean, from the suspicious looks Eugene was giving, I was very much. I bet what has taken her is a den of thieves.
Weird. You never would have guessed it. Snuggly Duckling. It sounds just so lovely and snuggly and ducklingy.
But yeah, no, that's. I mean, is there a backstory to it? Maybe. What? Why? What do you mean? A drop of sun fell to the planet and it made a flower? What? How does that work? Did they?
Magic.
Just magic of random chance, though. It wasn't, the fairies bestowed their gifts and Maleficent bestowed her gifts and their whatever. No, it was just random chance. This worked out. This happened. So that's the kind of things. Whatever.
I think they go over a lot more of it in the bonus features. I watched them forever ago, but I feel like they had to cut out a lot.
There are deleted scenes on the Blu-ray, so maybe they will answer more, and maybe it was just bad cutout decisions. Who knows? But I'm also, and I pointed this out to her, I was not a fan that our nice romance musical number is mostly in their heads. Sing.
These are the lines. They just have their own realizations. And then when they come to realize it together, they start singing together. It is cute.
But it is cute. It is a cute movie. I enjoyed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked the whole. I liked the whole. Just all the ways that she entertained herself living in her tower. The psychological trauma that Mother Gothel caused over the years and how she was manipulating Rapunzel was very clear, and it made me like angry, like instantly angry at the manipulation. But yeah, so they did, and obviously you're supposed to be angry at that character. That makes sense. So that's probably good. They've done good there. I'm not sure where historically it takes place. Like where, I mean, or obviously it could be a fictional world, but like I'm trying to figure out the things because it's definitely higher on the technology scale. Because we got like our crossbows and our aqueducts with our dams and things like that. So there's that. It doesn't quite directly place. Part of me is like, well, is it a fictional world? Well, no, they mentioned Mozart, so it's got to be after Mozart. I don't know. But But no, the romance is cute. There again with some of the issues with graphics. Some scenes were beautiful. A lot of the stuff with the lanterns, gorgeous. Which, you know, covers their romance singing to each other in their heads scene. But it's cute. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool movie. It's a good movie.
It did a surprise for me. I suspected that at the end, spoilers, that Rapunzel was going to heal Flynn and then go along with her but cut her own hair. Be like, fine, you want me to go along with you, but do that. I did not expect Flynn to be the one to cut her hair. I also don't understand, as soon as, whatever, he's dying there, I'm like, it began with him saying, this is the story of how I died. You can't say this is the story of how I died if you're dead. So I knew, okay, so what happens? What happens here?
He died for a little bit. He was brought back to life.
Yeah, he's saying, by sudden new development of magical powers through tears.
Well, she had never, you know, cried on top of someone and sung a song. So, clearly the healing power was within her, not just her hair.
Yeah.
So it was not big. It's not really big surprise. It's just like oh, that's convenient that it's not just tied to your hair, because you really loved him and you don't want to lose the prince. Well, the thief.
Yep. How do we get to the point where the king and queen here are like, ah, yes, of course, this is our daughter? How is this verified? How is this? Do we not regularly end up with orphan girls trying to claim, they happen to be of the right age, trying to claim into the...
No, that kingdom was clearly so good and kind. Now they had a little group of ruffians and thugs. Let's be honest. Do we really think those ruffians and thugs were that ruffian and thugs if they've named their tavern the Snuggly Duckling, and as soon as a pretty girl walks in, they're singing a song and they're like, I too have a dream to be a concert pianist. I collect little unicorns. They're just a bunch of weird guys.
Yep.
They're just hanging out and like look kind of mean and scary, but they's not really. So like, there's no bad guys in the kingdom. Maximus, like there was probably two working with Flynn. Those two guys that... The Stabbington
brothers.
Their last name was literally Stabbington. They were the only bad guys and Mother Gothel. There were 3 bad guys in the entire kingdom. They all got defeated, and now everyone's happy and sweet, and the scary guys get to live their dream, and it's fine. Fine. So yeah, no girls were coming because they knew that they weren't the lost princess.
Okay. Still cute, so. You enjoy it?
You stop picking apart the Disney movies. They's good.
No, yeah, I had fun with it, but I will pick apart whatever movie. That's part of the fun of watching a movie.
Ooh. You just accept the story for what it is and be like, it's a good story.
I just have questions.
Sometimes good stories aren't actually good stories. Sometimes they're really... You making me watch really weird movies sometimes. And they're not good. And they don't have good story. This is good story. We's cute, good story. We just say, happy ending, yay, they's in love.
That's nice.
Evil defeated once again.
So, Tangled.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. He's gonna put a big 10 out of 10. His most favorite movie.
7.2, I think it was.
Who knows? 10 out of 10. We said it too many times. Who knows the actual score? 10 out of 10.
Thank you for joining us. Join us as our journey continues.
With more 10 out of 10 movies.
Bye. I just don't know if I've ever seen a 10 out of 10 movie.
This is it. This one was it. This one's it. Don't worry, I've got a Cinderella over there somewhere. That one's also gonna be 10 out of 10. I think there's some more Disney ones. 10 out of 10. And yeah, all the movies 10 out of 10. Goodbye.